Joan, what a surprise! I am so glad to see you. What are you doing here? I have been longing to see you after our heart-to-heart talk. You wouldn't believe, Joan, I did as you advised, and now, the dream attacks have lessened appreciably. Once in a while, I see something, but there are no more frightening nightmares. And of course, my prayers and Bible studies has increased dramatically. I am so happy for been there for me.
Of course, I can tell when I see an elated brother that has been transformed from a state of despondency, and now he is glowing with the glory of God. Congratulations! We must celebrate the breakthrough.
Thank you, Joan, but as for me, I want to experience complete freedom from all manner of dream attacks. I need you to enlighten me as to how to completely annihilate dream attacks and its related omen.
I hope you were able to reach out to the Facebook group I mentioned to you the other day. For reminder, its name is Spirit-Led Interpretations and Biblical Guidelines to Dreams, Visions and Revelations. It is powered by Kunal Akintobi Christian Library. When you come on board, you will watch videos of people that went through ordeals in their dream lives. Some other people graciously produced write-ups on useful tips anyone can employ to fight the enemy and overcome. These testimonies and admonitions are for the benefit and good of all. You can equally invite others to the family.
Yes, indeed, I did as you instructed. I am now a bona fide member of Spirit-Led Interpretations and Biblical Guidelines to Dreams, Visions and Revelations. God bless Kunal Akintobi Christian Library for all the help and enlightenment it is churning out free of charge.
William, to be very honest to you, no believer in Christ is free from all spiritual attacks, talk less of dream attacks. However, a healthy Christian life will not be overwhelmed by them. Instead, they become stepping stones to spiritual promotion and building up stamina. You will recall that you were so depressed, dejected and disillusioned when you narrated your ordeal, but now it is as if you do not experience attacks at all. This mood of yours is highly infectious. I rejoice with you.
That cannot be, can it? Why should one still experience attacks long after deliverance? I don't understand. Why? I read about many patriarchs, prophets, apostles and saints of God, who walked closely with God till death came. And boy, they went through hell. Why is this so?
Do not be alarmed, William. This is the good fight of faith believers must face, as long as we are here on earth. You see, from the miry clamping of sin that God picks us from, to the church of Christ He puts us in, there are things we must fight off. For instance, one family ancestral ties to deities will require serious warfare. Some come from riverine localities and are spiritually devoted to demon spirits disguised as village guards. You must break off the linkage. Getting married to families besieged by demonic entities would make one suffer dream attacks along with the spouse. After all, by virtue of the wedding vows, one has become one flesh with his or her spouse. 3 desperate barren wives, in the search for the fruit of the womb, seek help from covens, shrines and secret societies. Those demon-possessed babies eventually begin to wreak havoc in the family until an anointed of God is sought, who can by God's mercy destroy the devil's hold. For there are persons bearing fetish names and belonging to deities, they do not know such names are the root causes of their misfortunes in life. Until enlightenment comes to the victims, they will remain under the control of evil personalities, who will always appear in the victim's dream to oppress them.
What? All of that? All of a sudden, I feel as if I haven't scratched the surface, oh my. Well, I had better stick to your wise counsel, rather than think I can do it all by myself.
Do not look at me as if I am superhuman. Oh, please, I am not at all. For your information, I too glean from the counsel of my superiors, in the faith. That's how we grow and matured as believers. Soon, you too will be admonishing young converts. In our walk with God, we need Him by our side, and we need the help of fellow believers too. No man is an island by himself or herself.
God be merciful unto us all. This journey is not an easy road. Oh. By the way, I just remembered a thought. I've been longing to ask how you interpret decode and demystify dreams. Please, kindly put me through.
I will do that in a moment, but do you note that there are still other ways by which dream attacks come into one's life? For starters, sexually active teenagers and youths who indulge in premarital sex and perversions, they open up themselves to spirit spouses, the spirit husband and spirit wife to be exact. The same is true for gay relationships that indulge in homosexuality and lesbianism, and related vices. The worrisome issue here is that victims hardly get married, and even if they do, the marriage will not last because the demon spirits will not allow their victims to enjoy it.
Wonders shall never end in this world. Who does the demon think he or she is? God? That's errant nonsense. As for me, I will enjoy my own marriage, and my wife-to-be will be like Sis Joan, God helping me.
Bro William, the flatterer. I have heard you. Anyways, till then. Back to the matter, there are also environmental causes too, like riverine territories produce familiar spirits, water spirits, unmarried singles, teenage mothers, divorced husbands, divorced wives and lastly widows. Those living close to shrines, cults, grooves and fraternities will equally experience these vicious cycles, and mysterious deaths. May God save us all. Lastly, believers working in corporate organizations and government institutions must be girded with the Spirit of God, otherwise, they fall a prey into the fetish traps of business colleagues and clients. Even as a believer, not all churches are gods, some of these are recruitment centers for demonic initiations. Mind the church you go, and the spiritual head you submit to.
As of this point, I am speechless. What else can I say than to ask God to save us?
Now to your question, that will necessitate a separate session of discourse, and I promise that our next meeting, we will discuss it at length. Let us go grab a bite at the restaurant around the neighborhood. This time, the bill is on me. Viewers kindly log into spirit-led interpretations and biblical guidelines to dreams, visions and revelations on Facebook. It is powered by Kunal Akintobi Christian Library. Send a membership request, and you will be absolved into the family. We shall be waiting to welcome you and share our hearts with you.
Well, if you insist, let's go.